What is up, guys? My name is Cartoonz, and today is the day. Today is the day! It is the first day that we have information about Titan. And, okay, if you don't know what Titan is Blizzard's new MMO. Well, I mean, everyone seems to have been predicting it is an MMO that is supposed to take the place of World of Warcraft. And this is a really big deal. Why? Because World of Warcraft is a huge game! And, I mean, as a YouTuber, it's probably going to be my next game, if it does well. Which, I mean, you know, WoW is probably going to die, and then Titan will probably take over. Now, before I get into this, I want to let you know that this is not an official press release. This is leaked information. I mean, it's pretty valid information. It's just not exactly like, it's not said from Blizzard. So you're going to have to, you know, hold up and kind of, you know, give me some slack on that if some things change in the future. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. I have linked the article that I did find this information from in the description below. So I'm going to go ahead and read off and tell you a little bit of my thoughts on these things. You know, it was obviously validated as an MMO, which means it's not some kind of FPS or whatever. I've heard tons of people say like, oh, it's going to be some FPS or some, you know, whatever, just some random game title. No, it is an MMO. It's a massive multiplayer online game. It is supposed to be based in Earth's history. And obviously, it's not going to be just like the same Earth, you know, kind of just like history that we all, you know, read about in books or whatever, learned over the years in schools, such like that. It's not going to be like that. It will be, but it's not going to be the same. It's going to be a high amount of fiction. So there's going to be probably a lot of epic things happening. There's going to be a lot of epic adventures that weren't actually in the history books, but there will be some references to history, obviously. It will have a deep history just as World of Warcraft did. You know, World of Warcraft had a deep history, StarCraft had a deep history to create some kind of lore. That's pretty cool. And it does seem like there is going to be a lot of Warcraft Easter eggs, which I can totally see. In my opinion, what I suspect it to be is that World of Warcraft was the world before Titan came along, which is now our Earth. And maybe they're going to try and make that connection, but that seems to be the information that I'm getting. But there will be a lot of time travel in the game, supposedly. That's pretty cool. And it looks like this game is going to start in the Greek, Roman, and Viking myths. So it's going to start in those mythology type of games, which I honestly am a big fan of mythology, Greek, Roman, and Viking all together. I'm a big fan of all that kind of mythology. And I don't seem like one, but I am actually kind of a mythology nerd. My mom gave that to me. She loves mythology. You know, it's pretty fun. From magic to guns, you know, it's not... I mean, I'm sure there will be some swords, but... there will be magic in this game. That's a pretty big deal because obviously, you know, I can't like light up a spell and then shoot a fireball at your face. I mean, that's not possible. So, like I said, there's going to be some fiction in this game. This game is supposed to be esports related. You know, everyone wants to be the next League of Legends, right? A lot of games are doing that. A lot of games are trying to get into esports. What I want to show you is that Blizzard recently bought IGN's IPL. And if you don't know what IGN's IPL is a very big esports broadcaster. So that can obviously give you a pretty good prediction that they're likely going to try and put an esports push out. Honestly, I've been on World of Warcraft since the beginning of it, since the beginning of the world of Warcraft. And I've always gotten this sense from Blizzard that, yeah, we're going to do this huge push, right? We're going to do this huge... marketing push on esports and do a lot for you guys and gonna be really getting ourselves involved in esports. I mean, they haven't for World of Warcraft. So I really hope that they do because, you know, as a YouTuber, as a gamer, esports is one of my favorite things. And I would love to see something other than League of Legends and, you know, Dota, stuff like that. I'd love to see an MMO get back on the scene because World of Warcraft is kind of dead. I mean, for esports, there's just BlizzCon and like a random tournament that pops up every now and then that nobody knows about. So overall, you know, cool. I would love to see Blizzard get into esports. They could dominate if they did it, in my opinion. They're a huge company. Like, think about it. They have some of the biggest games in the world, and they could really do well in esports if they, you know, if they do it right. So that would be really cool if they do get into esports with Titan, because I'm sure it could be successful. But anyways, Titan is supposed to be a cartoony style, just like World of Warcraft. Pretty much what I suspect Titan to be is a evolution of World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft that has been expanded into the years, put into a real gameplay or like, you know what I mean by real is like real time, like well, you know, Earth's history, stuff like that. But it's going to be from a completely new game engine, so that's going to be very interesting to see how that works out, because WoW's game engine is very strong right now. You know, compared to other games, WoW actually does have a lot fewer bugs and does run extremely smoothly for an MMO. You know, you don't usually have many problems in MMOs, but WoW seems to be the smoothest out of all. Also, what I do want to let you know is that this game is going to have an auction house. I can really see, I actually watched Zyback's video, and I can really see the point he had on this was that this game could have a real life money auction house. That's a really big deal, you know. He brought up the point that Diablo 3 was testing the waters for Titan to be able to dominate a market in this real life auction house type of attitude. Now, I could see it happening. Whether or not I'm a fan of it, not really. Personally, I don't think real money auction houses should be fair. But, you know, it's okay. I mean, more power to the people, I guess. But I feel like in video games anyways, it kind of takes away the society's aspect of middle class, higher class, lower class for, you know, people that can't afford those types of things but still want to play the game. And for them to get dominated by someone who, you know, like a Prince of Dubai that has millions of dollars in the bank that he can just spend on everything and just get everything right away. Personally, I don't like it. But, you know, I'm not really a huge advocate of, like, no, we can't have that. Like, I mean, you know, whatever. But that's just my opinion on it. And, of course, here's a pretty big one, is that there will be clan housing. There's no details on player housing quite yet, but there could be, as you know, in WildStar, if you have heard of that you can build your own house in WildStar. I'm sure it's going to be something like that. But for clan housing or guild housing, I suppose is the same thing. Clans and guilds, you know, same thing, whatever. But that's going to be pretty cool. They did it in Dark Ages of Camelot for any of you old-time gamers like me. Dark Ages of Camelot had guild housing, and that was pretty cool how it worked out. So hopefully we'll see something pretty cool. And last but not least, I want to let you know that this game, Titan, has 150 people, 150 plus people working on it right now, which is actually a pretty huge team because last year it only had a bit over 100, just a small amount over 100. So I hope to see a BlizzCon Titan teaser, maybe, at BlizzCon 2013 because I'll be going for sure, and I hope to see you guys there. But anyways, I do hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm trying to shed some light on the Titan question because I know it's a huge question for you guys, and everyone I know is just hoping and praying that Titan will be an amazing game, and I really do hope that it will be as well. Titan is going to be, hopefully, the game that brings everything back to where it used to be. You know how World of Warcraft back in the days, there used to be millions of people playing it. I mean, there still is, obviously, millions, but like much more people playing it, much more on the PvP community, since the PvP community for WoW has pretty much died down pretty fast. So we'll be seeing how Titan goes, and I hope to have brought some light on this. I will be covering this more. If you do, feel free to subscribe to my channel, and you will be able to get more videos from me whenever I release them on Titan. But anyways, or you can check out my other videos. I do World of Warcraft videos, mostly in real life stuff like that. But anyways, leave me a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it when you do that, and maybe leave a comment about what you think about Titan so far from this information. But that does sum it up for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Cartoonz out.